Hello and welcome to English Stories. The world is full of strange stories that make us wonder about the mysteries around us. Some tales are spooky, while others are simply puzzling. Today we will explore three fascinating events: the Hum of Taos in the USA, the dancing plague of 1518 in Strasbourg, and the town in Canada that could not sleep. Each story is filled with mystery, fear, and a search for answers. The Hum of Taos. In the small town of Taos, New Mexico, something unusual has been happening for many years. Residents hear a low humming sound, especially at night. This sound is not loud, but it is very strange. Some people describe it as a distant engine or a buzzing noise. It seems to come from nowhere and can be very bothersome. Imagine trying to sleep at night when you hear a constant hum in the background. For many people in Taos, this is a reality. Some residents have trouble sleeping because of the sound. They wake up tired and with headaches. It can be very frustrating. What makes the hum even more mysterious is that not everyone can hear it. Some people live in Taos for years without ever noticing the sound. Others hear it every night and cannot escape it. This has led many to believe that something mystical is happening. Could it be a ghost or a curse? People love to share stories about the hum, creating an atmosphere of fear and curiosity. The hum seems to appear out of nowhere. One moment, everything is quiet, and the next, the low sound fills the air. This suddenness adds to the mystery. Why does it happen? Why do some people hear it while others do not? These questions have puzzled both residents and scientists. Scientists decided to investigate this strange phenomenon. They found that the hum is likely caused by something called infrasound. Infrasound is a type of sound that is below the range of human hearing. It can come from many sources, such as factories, ventilation systems, and traffic. Even though people cannot hear infrasound, their bodies can feel it, causing discomfort and anxiety. But why do only some people hear the hum? Researchers discovered that some individuals have a heightened sensitivity to sound frequencies. This means they can detect sounds that others cannot. For these sensitive individuals, the hum becomes a constant source of stress. The hum of Taos remains an enduring mystery. While scientists have provided an explanation, the legend continues to captivate those who hear it. It reminds us that there are still things in our world that we do not fully understand. As we ponder this strange sound, we must also consider how our perceptions shape our experiences. The Dancing Plague of 1518. In July 1518, something bizarre happened in Strasbourg, then part of the Holy Roman Empire. It all started when a woman named Frau Trophea stepped into the street and began to dance wildly. She danced without stopping, and soon others joined her. Within days, dozens of people were dancing together in a frenzy. This was not a joyful celebration. It was a terrifying spectacle. People danced for hours and days without rest. Some became so exhausted that they collapsed or even died from exhaustion. What could cause such strange behavior? As news of the dancing spread, many believed it was a curse or punishment from God. People thought that these dancers were possessed by spirits or demons. The townsfolk were terrified and sought help from local doctors and priests. However, no one could explain why this was happening. The idea of a dancing plague seemed too strange to understand. People whispered about curses and divine retribution as they watched their friends dance uncontrollably. Today, historians have different ideas about what caused this strange event. Many believe it was a case of mass psychogenic illness, a phenomenon where psychological distress spreads among groups of people. During this time, Europe faced famine and disease outbreaks, leading to high levels of stress among the population. Another theory suggests that some dancers may have consumed bread made from contaminated rye. This bread could contain ergot, a hallucinogenic mold that causes strange behaviors. However, this theory is less widely accepted than the idea of mass hysteria. Although centuries have passed since that summer in Strasbourg, the echoes of those frantic dancers continue to resonate through history, the town that could not sleep. In the 1980s, a small town in Canada experienced a strange affliction, an epidemic of sleeplessness. Residents complained of insomnia, anxiety, and unsettling sensations during the night. Many felt as if something was wrong in their environment. Imagine living in a place where you cannot sleep at night because you feel anxious or uneasy. This was the reality for many people in this town. They struggled to find rest as their nights turned into long hours of worry. Some residents believed they lived on cursed land or within an energetic zone where bad spirits lingered. Stories about ghosts and paranormal activity circulated among friends and neighbors. People were scared and sought answers to explain their sleepless nights. Local authorities took these complaints seriously and began to investigate what was happening in their town. Scientists looked for environmental factors that could cause such distress. They examined everything from electromagnetic fields to toxic waste sites. Eventually, researchers discovered that a new factory nearby was emitting low-frequency sounds, inaudible to most people, but felt physically by those sensitive to it. This type of sound is called infrasound, which can create feelings of unease and anxiety. The story of the town that could not sleep highlights how unseen forces can affect our lives and mental health. It shows us that sometimes what we perceive as mystical may have scientific explanations behind them. In conclusion, these three stories illustrate humanity's enduring struggle with the unknown. They challenge us to confront our fears while reminding us that sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe for more.